Well, time is running out for Congress to pass a bill that would provide critical funding for Ukraine. This morning, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy will make his appeal directly to lawmakers on Capitol Hill and will later meet with President Biden, who invited him to Washington. Weijia Jiang is at the White House with the very latest. Good morning, Weijia.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy warned Monday that stalling U.S. aid would help Russia win the war.
If there's anyone inspired by unresolved issues on Capitol Hill, is just Putin and his sick clique.
Today, Zelenskyy will make a direct plea to all senators. He will also have a private meeting with House Speaker Mike Johnson.
I understand the necessity of ensuring that Vladimir Putin does not prevail in Ukraine. And so I'll explain to him that while we understand that, we have to take care of our border first.
President Biden has so far failed to convince Congress that national security is at stake if it fails to pass a $110 billion package that includes funding for Ukraine, Israel, and the southern border. This is Zelenskyy's third visit to Washington since the war began. Last December, he received praise when he visited Capitol Hill. But nearly 1 year later, public support is waning, making it a tough sell this time around. The U.S. has provided aid to Ukraine, $100 billion, actually, since Russia invaded last year. So one question that Zelenskyy faces from Republicans is how another $60+ billion could help win the war, not only sustain the war. He and President Biden are expected to take part in a news conference here at the White House later this afternoon. Anne Marie?
You know, Weijia, one of the things I was wondering, as you point out, he's already come to the U.S. before to, make his plea. He met with the last Speaker of the House, and now he's got a new speaker he's going to meet with, one that really wants border security tied to funding with Ukraine, agrees that Ukraine needs funding, but wants to see border security. Why come? What difference does it make to show up here in person?
Well, this was a personal invitation from President Biden that Zelenskyy accepted, and it is part of a strategy from the White House to really ramp up the pressure on lawmakers. And we know that this president believes that FaceTime is very important. So, the hope is that if Zelenskyy gets in front of these lawmakers and not only asks for more money, but also lays out what he has already been able to accomplish, in addition to his plans for using additional funding, that could make an impact, Anne Marie. But again, it's really difficult to see how these two sides find a compromise because border security policies are now attached to this Ukraine funding.
Yeah.
And we should say that, negotiators on both sides are continuing to do the work. They haven't thrown in the towel, but they have been candid in saying they don't think that there's going to be a breakthrough by the end of this week. And then you look at the calendar, and there are only so many days left in this year, Anne Marie, and the goal for the administration is to clear more money by the end of this year, or they say they risk not being able to send any more weapons to Ukraine.
And, many analysts have said that this is almost sort of playing into Russia's hands, right? They're kind of depending on an extended stall here so Russia can beef up, so Russia can prepare for another strong offensive. What do Republicans want to hear? What are their main sticking points when it comes to funding for Ukraine?
Again, it is, where is this money going? How will it make a difference? And they say, yes, they believe that funding Ukraine is essential, but they're arguing that what's even more important is national security at the southern border. And that is why they refuse to decouple these two things. And in fact, they say it's the president who introduced this idea, because we've been talking about this $110 billion massive package. That came from the White House. That came from the president. It included funding for Ukraine, Israel, Indo-Pacific nations like Taiwan, but also border security. So Republicans took that ball and they ran with it. And they said, hey, it was the administration that bundled all of this together,
right,
that opened the door to have this debate. And that's why we're doing it right now. And so, they're not necessarily saying they don't believe that money is necessary for Ukraine. They're saying that they want to make progress on immigration policies first, or at least at the same time, before they greenlight any money for another country. And so, you know, the administration would say that Ukraine security is national security. And we've heard that more often this week than in previous weeks, that, look, if Putin wins this war, he could go after neighboring NATO countries, which, of course, the U.S. has an obligation to defend. So if Russia were to invade any of those other countries around Ukraine, that would drag U.S. boots into the ground. That obviously impacts national security, and that's why the administration says this Ukraine funding should be a priority.
Right, it should be a non-negotiable. Yeah, the irony is they both agree that the southern border needs funding. It's just, what do you do with that money? Do you build a wall, or do you do something else? Weijia, thank you very much.
You're welcome.